to my channel. I have a new video for you. It's all about cooking and cooking healthy. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you learn something today. Okay, so first I start with my ingredients. I have some diced cauliflower and about 3 cups of that. I have about 8 cups of the broccoli coleslaw, which consists of carrots, broccoli, cabbage, the red cabbage. And I also have 3 pounds of chicken breast that has been cut into strips, and I'm going to chop them even further into small diced pieces. Okay, so now I've diced up my chicken, and as you can see, it's about 1 inch, 2 inches thick, and I'm going to saute it in this nice frying pan here until it's fully cooked, and then I'll add my raw veggies and some salt and maybe a little garlic powder. So stay tuned. So now I have my olive oil I'm putting in the pan, and I don't really measure how much I put. I would guess it's about maybe 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm going to turn the oven on. I always turn my oven on after I put my oil in the pan. I know a lot of people turn the pan on first, but I like to do it this way to get full coverage in my pan. And I'll be adding the chicken in just a minute once it gets hot. So the pan is getting hot. You can see the oil has dispersed all around the pan. And now I'm going to add my chicken. So I added my chicken, and as you see, it's already steaming. It's cooking well. It's already been seasoned with Creole seasoning. And I will add more things in a little bit, but you can season your chicken any way you want to. It's your choice. I like Creole seasoning. I also add some other things like turmeric or curry powder. I might use coconut milk sometime, but today I'm just going to use garlic powder, salt, pepper, sesame seeds, and a little bit of turmeric. So I like using turmeric because it has so many great benefits health-wise, but I'm not going to get into all that. I'll do a video about turmeric another time. So let's let the chicken cook for a little bit and get done, and then we'll come back and add our seasoning. As you can see, the chicken is browned a little bit, so I'm going to add some pepper. I use freshly ground black pepper, and I grind it myself. As you can see here, I have a grinder. And I also have some Himalayan pink salt right here. And I'll be using a grinder for it as well. I like the flavor and taste of it, so hopefully, you'll enjoy the taste as well if you use it. If not, you can use any kind of coarse salt because you want to use something that's going to have enough flavor for your veggies. They're almost raw when you finish with the dish. I'm not going to cook them all the way through, so I don't want them to be soggy, like a crunchy taste. So I would suggest using Himalayan salt or sea salt, or either you can use kosher salt. But whatever you choose to use is your dish. You can make it your dish. But that's what I use. So I added my pepper and salt, and you see it's so beautiful. It smells amazing in here. I love to smell my food cook, especially when it's going to taste good. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn the chicken a little bit, and I'll be adding the veggies in. My reason for turning the chicken is to make sure it's cooked thoroughly. You don't want to eat raw chicken. It's always the hazard of having salmonella poisoning, so we want to make sure we always cook our chicken completely. And as you see, it is getting cooked thoroughly. I have some pink spots just about right there and right there in that area. I'm going to turn them again, and I'll keep cooking and cooking, letting the juices come out the chicken. It's going to be so juicy and tender when I get done. You think chicken breast cannot be tender, but let me tell you, these are going to be so tender. You're going to love them if you cook them exactly like I tell you. I promise you. And if they don't turn out right, just send me a comment, and I'll see what went wrong. We can always talk about it. But anyway, let me get back to cooking. Earlier, I said the chicken was browning. Well, when you have chicken breasts, they really don't brown. It's a term used for when you kind of turn meat over in the pan and cook it to the point of being done. The inside could be a little bit pink, but the outside will be completely cooked. And that's what browning means. It doesn't mean the meat will actually be brown, because some meat will not brown. And as you see, chicken breasts will not brown. They're going to be kind of a cream or beige color, and that means they're done. They're not going to brown. If you tried to brown, it would not work. There's no fat on them. They have no skin. If I had like chicken legs or something, they would probably brown because a lot of fats in chicken legs and chicken thighs, but these are like completely fatless. You don't see any fat anywhere on this chicken. I mean, you're going to have fat coming out the chicken just because the chicken has fat in the body, but you don't see any fat attached to the meat. And so therefore, you're not going to have a whole lot of like deep color or brown in it. So I have a few pieces that you can see that turn kind of brown, but they're not going to be just completely brown. So I had to clear that up for whoever thought I meant they were going to be brown. So if your chicken does not turn brown, you're using chicken breast, don't be freaking out. It just means that you're cooking completely right. They're not raw if they look like this. This is a cooked chicken breast. If it gets any darker, you probably won't be able to eat it because it'd be too tough. So I want to clear it up. So I'll go back to cooking. Now I'm going to add my vegetables, and I'll be seasoning them up. Okay, so now I'm adding my cauliflower. I add it all at one time. I know you think it's a lot, but actually it cooks down to be like a rice texture. So they call it riced cauliflower, and you can use it as a substitute for rice. So if you're trying to eat healthy, this is a great dish for you. It'll help you with your whatever fat content you're consuming. You won't be having a whole lot of fat in your body. I'm using olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, which is great. And I'm using everything that's pretty much healthy for you. I'm not using any processed food. It's all raw, and it's going to be cooked perfectly. So I hope you add my turmeric. Turmeric is a orange color spice, and it's in curry and different things, especially in India, and you'll find it a lot in dishes maybe in Africa. I love it. It has great antioxidant properties, but be careful because it will stain your hands, it'll stain your counter, it'll stain whatever it touches. It is very, very potent and powerful, but it's great for your body. So I suggest you try it. And I put about maybe 3 tablespoons, I would say. You don't have to put that much because it is a strong spice. I like it. So therefore I'm putting this amount in here. And I'm going to put some garlic powder. I don't measure anything, so this garlic powder is not going to come out because the steam is fighting me. Alright, so I'm going to open up the big side, and I say about 3 tablespoons of garlic powder. You don't have to use the same amount. That's what I added some of my broccoli mixture. I'm going to add some more. It has to kind of go down a little bit so I can add it because it's going to be way too much for this pan. But once it cooks, it will kind of decrease in size. So I'm going to add a little bit more. And you don't have to use as much as I did. I use so much because I have a big family. I'm feeding like 7 people at least. So you don't have to cook as much. You can use half the ingredients and make it just as well. But I'm just telling you what I use for this dish for my family size. So I add it in. I let it kind of decrease in size by the water content being drawn out of it by the heat. Because you know broccoli has a lot of water in it, and cabbage and things like that. So it's going all the heat will draw the water out, and it'll shrink down in size, kind of wilt. So I'm going to add the rest of it in a minute. But at this point, I want to add some more garlic powder, and I also want to add some more salt and pepper because I know it's going to need it for these raw veggies. So I'm going to add maybe a tablespoon of garlic powder. That'll make my 3 tablespoons because I added like maybe 2 earlier. The total amount would have been 3. You don't have to use as much as I did. And I'm going to add my salt and pepper because I have to put my phone down for that because I don't have a way to hold this phone up. But y'all, I'm getting me a camera and a stand for my camera. It's happening. I'm doing this thing right. Pepper, garlic powder. And I thank you guys for being so patient with me as I have to use a phone right now. But at some point, like I said, I'm going to be blessed with the camera and everything I need to do my productions correctly. Okay, so now I'm going to stir everything in. And I hope I can do it with one hand because my pan wants to move around. No, it's not going to work right. But as you can see, I'm just kind of moving everything around to make it be distributed correctly in the pan. I don't want some parts to be real salty, some parts to be real garlicky. I want everything to be evenly seasoned. So you want to make sure you're stirring everything constantly in that pan. And especially with all these vegetables, you have to really stir it to get everything distributed properly. So now I'm going to add the rest of my veggies and finish stirring everything in. Everything has wilted down and it's looking so beautiful. Look at the beautiful color the turmeric has brought. It is so gorgeous. Look at that orangey color. That's why I added. And I love the health properties and the benefits of turmeric. But turmeric just is so beautiful and pretty. As well as it tastes delicious. So if you have never tried turmeric, please add it to your spice rack. It is awesome. Aside from that, I'm going to add some sesame seeds, which also are from Regal Spice. Thank you, Webster Wright. Yeah, I have some wonderful sesame seeds I'm going to put on top when I get done. So, let's try this thing out and see how it tastes. Okay, so I'm going to try this delicious dish. And I know y'all wonder who I am. I am the same Miss Rita. I just cut my hair. That's all. And I don't have on makeup today, so I got a little bit left on my lips from last night, but I don't have any makeup on, so y'all bear with me. But anyway, I'm going to try this great chicken dish. Here I go. Mmm. Delicious, y'all. Mmm. You can really taste the turmeric. It is so good. It makes everything so exotic. Wonderful. Also, it's very crunchy, as you can probably hear me smacking. But it is awesome, y'all. I love it. And if you want to, you can add anything into this. Please try all kind of variations of this dish. You can use any kind of meat. You can use any kind of vegetable. Toy with it, y'all. Make it your dish. I just want to show you a guideline to how to eat healthy, because I'm trying to eat healthy too. If you have any suggestions or comments or questions, please feel free to comment on this video. You can also go to Facebook. I don't have an official Facebook page for this weight loss challenge, but you can go to Rita Blair at Facebook and inbox me, and I can always answer questions for you. You can give me suggestions, and you can also make comments about the video if you think something needs to be added or taken away, whatever. If I'm talking too much, and I can't promise you I'm going to listen if you say I'm talking too much. But anyway, please do so, and please subscribe. I need your support. I want you guys to please subscribe and try making this dish. Enjoy it. Tell me what your experience was with making it. I loved it. Now I'm going to add my sesame seeds. Hold on 1 minute. As you can see, I've added papaya relish, and I'm going to add my sesame seeds. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. So it's very exotic looking, and it took me less than 45 minutes to make. So please try this dish. It's beautiful. And if you want to know how to make papaya relish, I will be doing a video on that later. But today, this is all we're going to do. Goodbye for now.